It's your boy Noble, back with the Chicago Moors from the Moorish American Consulate. We are going to discuss Caviat Emptor, and I looked up the definition for that, and it says it's a noun. The principle that the buyer alone is responsible for checking the quality and suitability of goods before a purchase is made. And then like for short, they saying buyer beware. So that's just some context before we go into the Moorish literature. Caviat Emptor. Moors are men upright, independent, and fearless, who care for their loved ones and follow the prophet to a destiny which is not uncertain nor unknown. They are fortified by the impregnable doctrine built upon love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. It is therefore folly at its greatest height for smelly culprits with their insidious plans to invade such realm. So, I'm gonna give you my perspective on what that means to me. It's starting out giving you the definition of what more is supposed to be. Upright, independent, fearless, you know what I'm saying, who follow the prophet to a destiny which is not uncertain nor unknown. To me, that destiny is conquering the plane of things made manifest, then conquering the plane of soul, and then being one back with the source. That's how I see that one.
I think about it though, when you're saying conquer the soul, because that's what the problem is. I think about something a lot of people don't necessarily think about, fixing themselves, because they're not upright and fearless. They're nervous, they're scared, they're afraid of their situation. They always resort to excuses, and the funny part about excuses is you have all these people that like to say that they know whatever, X, Y, Z, this, that, and the third, but then when it comes time to action, they shrivel up. Right? So, it is.
Man knows not by being told.
You gotta work on your soul. I mean, at the end of the day, you gonna get that ass whooping that's gonna straighten you up anyway. But you should be proactive, right? That's kind of being upright. You proactive. I see some shit about to happen. I'm finna quash this right now. That's upright, fearless. I ain't scared of this thing. I just want to make sure I got this thing together. So I'm gonna study.
But to be proactive, like what he just said, you gotta already have the tools to be able to do it. You gotta have the power to be proactive. Everybody can't just, you know what I'm saying, take care of affairs like that.
No. I'm talking about find yourself, right? So if you need to face your own demons, right? It's all these things that, how you can have some things that you think about or whatever, and it scared you when you were a child, you know what I mean? Like it was like that dark closet or whatever. It's like, your imagination is running wild and you think something's gonna jump out the dark closet and get you, right? But you still go in there and get your damn favorite toy out of that same dark closet, don't you? Whenever you want it, like you ain't scared to go get that them Hot Wheels and no shit out there. But at night, all of a sudden, you get scared like something about to get you, right? So we gotta face them fears, because ain't nothing in there but your goddamn Hot Wheels. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you. Face the fear. To me, facing the fear is getting the knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Study. Read.
Because once you understand that it ain't nothing to be scared of in the first place, to me, I always go back to that Bible verse where they quote Jesus. My people suffer for lack of knowledge, and then you should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
Right.
So they see Moors like us, we active, and we might be aggressive. We Chicago, we from the Mecca.
You got no choice.
It is what it is.
You get ran the fuck over.
You know what I'm saying?
Bad boy.
East side.
Yeah.
So they see us and they probably can't really understand that, right? Like that. But come to find out, let's read on and see if we fit the description some more.
No, them fake ass bad boys that stole our image. They're running around thinking that all of a sudden, oh my God, you're so aggressive. No, I'm just telling you the damn truth. The truth is what hurt. You feel me? I'm sorry if I tell you the truth and it just start hurting a little bit. That it just is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it be. That's what it be. This is the second paragraph. They try now. Listen, the first paragraph is describing. Did I even finish? It say they are fortified by the impregnable doctrine built upon love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. It is therefore folly at its greatest height for smelly culprits with their insidious plan to invade such realm. He said it's folly for you to even try because these is like soldiers.
Okay, but let's here's the deal. When we were talking about books last time, books might not necessarily be people's forte. So let's just break down folly, so they really understand what we're talking about when we say folly. Because see, the way this thing is weaved up, if you ain't trying to look and break down everything to the smallest, the lowest common denominator, you're gonna get passed over like you've been getting passed over for the last few years of your lifetime because you were born in martial law and you still running around here thinking about you free. Right. Don't even know. Yeah.
I got folly the definition up here on the screen. It say lack of good sense, foolishness, foolish act. So
the last time they heard folly was on like the Christmas Carol. So they might be thinking, folly, that sounds like fun. No, that's not good.
No, it ain't
that's not positive. No. You don't want to be in folly.
So, and these is the Moors that he describing that is folly for them to try. So they can't get, they impenetrable. So it said they try, but their own bad plan to bring down wrath upon their heads like the sword old Damocles had. You know the story of old Damocles?
No.
I just read that today. It was a king, a ruthless king. I forget his name. Dionysus, I believe.
Dionysus. I think I have heard of Dionysus before.
And that's the story. I got it up here somewhere, but it's a ruthless king, and he was so paranoid because he ruled with iron fist. He thought somebody was gonna kill him.
Right.
So, Damocles was they say he's a court flatterer or whatever. He come holding the king.
So you mean a gesture?
Right, he come holding the king, talking about trying to flatter him. It must be so good to be you. And so the king told him, all right, you can be me for a day. And Damocles was like, yeah? He's like, yeah. So he let him be the king. He's sitting in the chair. But he put a big old sword over his head. You know what I'm saying? And only held it up by like a horse's hair.
Right.
And he didn't know until, he didn't enjoy being a king until he just looked up and seen the sword. And then he was like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm good. I don't want to. So that's supposed to symbolize the weight of being the king or whatever. So that's the sword of Damocles. So that's what he said. But look how he said it. They try, but their own bad planning brings down wrath upon their heads like the sword old Damocles had. So they bad plans is making them paranoid, like how the king was paranoid for what he was doing.
Right.
Their own bad plans got them paranoid. You know what I'm saying? So they revealing themselves. That's how you can see them now.
Right.
This is what I be talking about. If you study and know the law, all you got to do is follow the law. Then you can see who outside the law. Intrigue and scurrilous cunnings find a difficult path to travel within the ranks of the Moors. So they say ain't nothing happening in the ranks of the Moors. The Moors he just described up here, ain't nothing happening. Intrigue, what's intrigue? Definition for intrigue is arouse. It's a verb. The verb definition is arouse the curiosity or interest, fascinate.
Yeah, you're curious. We get intrigued all the time. Brothers go to the club, whatever, see that mini skirt, you're intrigued. It's
Make
intrigued.
secret plans to do something illicit. See, it's something that I forget the word I'm looking for.
It's a mysterious kind of
right. It's that sinister type. Yeah, that's the word. It's that
like
sinister.
Mysterious, kind of like some people can equate it to like dark stuff like that.
The way he using it with them.
Right.
I would say. Intrigue, scurrilous cunnings. I think I got them up here too. Scurrilous. making or spreading scandalous claims about someone with the intention of damaging their reputation. They do that to Taj all the time.
Yeah, but don't get it wrong. It's not like they didn't do that to Noble Drew Ali. They killed him, okay? Beat him up and killed him.
Yeah.
1929.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when you look at, here it is, these people are so jealous. They were so jealous of him that they couldn't even have him around. You know, that's an issue. And we all gotta understand that.
Yeah. I mean, it's real. This is so because the Moorish movement has been well planned by Prophet Noble Drew Ali, whose latent powers are abundant, unknown, and may be called into action as a matter of defense at any moment. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali knows the people within his ranks who are interested. They are vanguard of the movement as the Moorish hordes increase here in America. What's vanguard?
Front line.
Vanguard is a noun. The first definition say a group of people leading the way in new developments or ideas. The second definition says the foremost part of an advancing army, or they would, like you say, the front line. So it's the front line. The masculine principle, front line. We on that front line. We just beat some cases. The feminine principle, front line. We all in this law thinking of different remedies. You know what I'm saying? New, it say leading the way with new developments. Now, I know a lot of people be saying he ain't following the prophet.
No, but the thing is yeah, you did follow the prophet. At the end of the day, he told you to study. If you study, that means man not being told. You're going to get your perspective that you're supposed to have because you're going back validating everything that is being said, which was the process that Noble Drew Ali wanted you to do.
I don't understand people saying when you coming up, like looking for remedies, you not following the prophet when the half has not been told.
Right.
So if we studying and finding out the half that ain't been told, like, it's that's why I say you got to know the law so you can see through this stuff.
But that's what prophet did. It was an appeal, okay? It was an appeal to your mind to help you start studying, so then that way you'll know how they're doing, what they're doing to you.
Yep.
Okay? Because it's all in writing. So that's the reason why he's making an appeal. And no, he's not going to tell you the other half, because the other half, you got to read it, right?
Buyer be well.
Yeah.
Caviat Emptor.
That's the whole point. And you didn't read it.
Buyer be well.
Out here complaining about your stuff you got off Wish that ain't working.
And that's why I say that. That's why I looked up the definition of that word. They are vanguard. He knew what he was. He know what he wrote. They are vanguard. He know as new people come, that it's gonna be a different time. So we gonna be doing stuff different. So we gonna be the ones that's active. Like he say, all Moors are active, not passive.
Period.
Like, so we gonna be coming with the way we know. Like, this was 90, 100 years ago.
Yep.
So what you think we finna do stuff 100 years like?
Right, and then go and stay stuck in one space in a book and all that other stuff. Like at the end of the day, the main thing is you gotta stop trying to be told. You gotta look stuff up yourself. You gotta learn how to research. You gotta learn how to see through the dark. So we can come through here and we can pierce the fog for you all day. Like, you know, Dr. Alpha Bay, we can tell you everything and you see the shit and now you seen it, but you still sitting in the same spot you been when you hit push play the first time. So you gotta start making steps.
See, we doing these videos because maybe we got a way to connect with certain people that other people don't. But we saying the same stuff they saying.
It's being open, first of all. The thing is once you find out what's going on, you kind of got to know you've been lied to. We all been grossly lied to. So you got to take everything you knew, throw it in the trash, right, and start back over like a 2-year-old and get into more science. And it's going to make you catapult to the next level that you're supposed to.
Facts. So it say they are vanguard of the movement as Moorish hordes increase in America. Look, as Moorish hordes, as more and more people come, it's gonna be somebody out of each group that's gonna be going hard, super active, coming with something that might be a little different from what you came with. Cause y'all ain't looking at everything, the same documents. Y'all might got some of the same, but he might be doing stuff over here, you might be doing stuff over here. but y'all vanguard. All of the Moors are active, not passive, and members' interest can only be in one direction. And having traveled over the road years before, the prophet knows where every member is along the road. A few feet below is another road, where schemes work, where traders grin, and culprits bask in the sun. So he talking about two types of Moor, because you don't know who's who. Only way you gonna know who's who is if you know principles. That's the only way how you gonna know. Otherwise, you gonna be mesmerized by somebody's title. The same way how these politicians do. It's like I keep saying, it's like it reminds me of Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
Because the title, the uniform that the person wear in the title, get them certain powers, and it mesmerizes the people. They hypnotize to make them be docile. Like, you gotta know principle. Ain't nobody is above the law. So once we start getting to where somebody's above the law, now we talking about slavery. So that you gotta know principle. So a few feet below is another road where schemes work. So they say the schemes working.
Yep.
So somebody thinking they knowing by being told, cause they listening and they gone.
And they missed the whole message. They missed the whole message.
But they felt good though. They was you know what I'm saying, pumped up.
No, but see, here's the thing. When we're talking about facts, and I really don't even want to call it facts. We're going to throw facts out the window.
Right.
Facts is for something else. Facts, because you can fact check something on Google all day. They tell you all kind of bullshit facts.
Right.
So we're going to talk about truth how about now.
Right.
We're going to talk about truth right now, and truth don't change. Right? It can be high noon, truth is the same, and when it turns to midnight, where's truth at? Still sitting in the same spot. My thing is this. If everything that we're saying and everything that they telling you, if you don't start thinking and trying to look at and investigate it for yourself, then it is buyer beware. That's what they're trying to tell you. You just went and picked up something that they said was great, you all excited about it, and then now all of a sudden it's broke, now you upset. Okay? But did you research it?
See,
right?
this we shouldn't even really have to say this though. Like, and this ain't to get down on Moors, but look at your appellation and look at what it means. Like, look at the documents you signed and put on the record and trying to do this and look at that, what we say, I self-law and master. How are you not like, I can see, like, I'm not gonna say fake it till you make it, but I can see saying it, but you arduously studying like, I'm finna get this.
But see, this the thing. Even when you just said appellation, there's somebody on here don't even know what the hell you talking about when you say appellation. They just went all the way over their head, right?
But they got Google though. They got, you know what I'm saying?
I know they got Google. I hope they look it up. My main point is this: is a lot of times we done got so excited about everything, you know, your avatar. You done walked into Facebook. Now Facebook, you know, them people up the street, they all know your motherfucking ass. But when you get on Facebook, nobody know you. They don't know you. So you be whoever you want to be. So you sit up here program watching TV all day, and now you acting, you trying to pick who the hell you're going to be off of some sitcom that you like to watch. And so now that's your personality or whatever when you go on Facebook, right? So that's the same thing that they do when they picking these appellations. You got to kind of get rid of this stuff.
I don't pick some of
what you're doing, because now all of a sudden they Ali, they Al. You don't even know what that is. You have no idea, right? So my whole thing is you got to study. That's the reason why we say break it down like you're a 2-year-old. Like you don't know nothing. Like the only thing you know how to do is eat, boo-boo, and wipe your behind. That's it. You know what I mean? And then wash yourself. That's all you know how to do.
I'm telling you what to do. Look.
The basics.
Get you a Black's Law Dictionary 4th edition.
Or earlier, or later.
Yeah, right. or earlier.
Yeah.
And watch some of these videos. Take note. Really, you ain't even got to watch it. You got the documents. Go read every document that's in that name correction and that proclamation. Yeah, I mean, it's showing you what to know. It's on your nationality card what to go look up and know. Like it.
Hold on, this is the funny part. I don't want to swing too far off subject. So keep going. But just when you just brought that up, that just made me, because this is the thing that get on my last nerve. People want a Moorish ID card because they want to be tax exempt. right? They don't know nothing about what the hell is going on. They just know that they tax exempt. They'll tell you the damn tax exempt number, AA 222141. Or they'll flip out their fucking mouth faster than anything you ever heard. But they don't even know that that's their damn own constitution. That's the Zodiac Constitution, what all Moors are bound by. Where half of them keep trying to run their ass over to the Constitution for the United States with the feds on, right? Talking about they got it together. And then you sit up here getting your tax exempt off AA 222141, and you don't know that's the Zodiac Constitution, which you bound by. That's your Constitution. That's what. That's the buyer beware. So even if you had went and said, no, I don't believe the Moors. Oh, somebody just made a card out the blue or whatever because they got Photoshop and they just put AA 222141. Yeah, that's just like a tax exempt document number that they gave us. No, that's your damn Constitution. Okay? So you got to kind of look and read and pay attention to what's yours. What's yours is the AA 222141 that was put on the record, the congressional record for you, so that you can stand with that document.
Speaking of the Constitution, this something, like I'm steady learning as well, so I ain't gonna fault people for not knowing stuff. But I just researched and realized in Article 4 of the Zodiac Constitution that we can get all that stuff, anything that these other non-desirables is getting as benefits, we can get without it being considered a benefit off the Constitution.
Let me tell you something. That Constitution, at this point, is like I really have to get up and go get the Zodiac Constitution.
I got it on screen right now.
I'm not yet, but I need to be able to look at it where I can reference it right quick. So, because it's the articles. Thank you. All right, I appreciate it. I'm really like, what the hell on this camera? But it's all good. We got this together.
Yeah, is we past 30?
No, we're still good. So here's the deal. Let me see something. Here you go. So this Article 3 of the Zodiac Constitution, this is just Article 3 of the Zodiac Constitution, okay? So the AA 222141, again, is way more than just the Zodiac, Zodiac Constitution and all this is a tax thing. No, because it's Article 3. It's 7 of them, okay? So you got tax and military exemption for Moorish Americans, the Bays and the L's, right? So that goes back to nationality. That's the reason why we're talking about nationality. The Moors, referred to as Negroes, definitely can never become members and citizens of the Union Society of the 48 States. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. What we say last week. When you're a citizen, what type of citizen are you?
American citizen.
That's why you can't be a U.S. citizen. Because your birthright is as an American citizen. So you can't do that. So why we even having this? Why people having this conversation all the time? I don't get that.
No, I'm saying people. Well, people is confused about it, man. I ain't gonna, because you got the temple saying that they U.S. citizens, and then you got Moors outside the temple scared to sign into any contract, and because they don't want to put the straw man or whatever,
Right. I, self, law, am master. That means that I am responsible for researching no matter what they told me. Whether if they came up and I'm a temple, I'm Grand Sheik, temple, hoo-ha, whatever, woo-wop the bam, I don't give a damn. Because I'm going to read where I need to be, because the prophet laid this out where I gave you enough to save a nation, but save yourself. Okay, so that's what he told me. I seen what he gave me. He gave it to me because I read it. That's how he gave it to me. It wasn't like he came ring my doorbell, right? It wasn't in FedEx. No, I read the document. So if you can read and comprehend the document, then you should be able to overstand.
I don't know why people don't like.
You don't need. My mother was the one that gave me this power. Let's talk about that. When I came through her Stargate, that's what gave me the power to claim what I am claiming. It's my heritage.
Right.
Her, right? Now, I know I ain't seen no Grand Sheik look like my mama, and if I did, I'd be very disturbed. Okay? But I'm just telling you, I didn't see when I was born, right? It was like the pictures of me in the hospital, right?
Right.
It wasn't a temple.
Right.
So that mean they ain't got no womb over there. Okay? I'm just trying to tell you. So that's almost like that's like matriarchal. It's not. It's supposed to be patriarchal because I got to go over there and get it from these brothers over here, right? When we know it's matriarchal, when I slid through that womb, right? Bam! I'm in there. You see what I'm saying? Because that's who I am by birthright. Yeah. So the lawmakers of the 48 states, excuse me, we were right here where I said basically the Moors referred to as Negroes. Okay. Let's break that part down because we're gonna dissect this shit. Okay, the Moors referred to as Negroes, black, African American, blackamoor, right? Niggas, my nigga, kinfolk,
all that,
right? All that bullshit, right? Definitely can never become members and citizens of the Union Society of the 48 States, the United States. Therefore, they cannot be forced or drafted into the Union. U.S.A. Army or military service to fight for the Magna Carta Code of the white supremacy against themselves. Where that put us at?
Nah. It's funny, this is the way it's going because I was just showing people how they trying to use Article 1, Section 2 of the Constitution to justify the 3/5 of a person with this census, because they saying the census is mandated by Article 1, Section 2 of the Constitution, and they talking about who can be counted. So they talking about free persons, it's free white persons. They naming Indians non-tax, that's your American Indian. All other persons 3/5. So black is considered not even having origins in real people. So with the straw man, they basically using that with the census to classify you as a non-desirable in a system mandated by the Constitution.
But here's the thing. I kind of want to stop and break something down for a second.
Okay.
Okay, so when we're talking about the census, let's kind of talk about a little bit more so what it is. So first of all, we already know it's a tool, right? Okay, so this is a tool that they purport that whatever you check yourself as, that's how they get money to go to your community.
Hold on. Not only is it a tool, let's get this straight. It's not a tool for you. It's counting for your estate. It's not counting us per se. Right. It's counting the straw man. That's why it's talking. That's why it's asking for race. Race is like a fake nationality for the straw man. We the people that the persons have origins in. Look up the census website on race. They gonna tell you the definitions of each one of those races. They tell you it's a straw man, and they tell you that it's all self-identification. So these is straw man is the same as corporation, is the same as estate. So these is your estates. This how your estate finna get counted. This how I'm looking at it. This is the status of your estate. So if you want to have your estate with the worst status, then don't do nothing, because it's already as black. You can believe that. It's because this whole system works under assumption. I just got Discovery back from. I've been had Discovery. I just got my my file because I'm getting the whole record taken care of. I just got that, and they got it labeled as black. So, like I say, I'm not finna tell nobody what to do, but I'm finna, cause I got stuff. I got commerce. I'm forced to participate in commerce, so I'm using that. So I'm gonna have it labeled the best way. I'm gonna have the lesser of the evils.
By definition. So you're gonna look in there and see what the definitions are, and I totally understand that. But what I decided is I'm gonna add to that. Okay, so not only choose the correct tag, because when we're talking about race, well, that's a fucking
If
tag.
I can, I'm just gonna put American more on there.
I'm gonna scratch through. I'm gonna check the white, because I'm a free white person. Okay, by definition, Black's Law Dictionary.
Yeah. You qualify for that, American Indian.
I'm gonna scratch the rest of the shit out, right? I'm gonna scratch out, leave white. I'm gonna put free, then white, person, okay? Then I'm gonna say Moorish American National. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna overwrite that bad boy, and I'm gonna reserve my rights in that signature, as well as TDC. Okay, because I know it's just a tool that y'all just run around here. Yeah, you may not force me to do it, but I am forced to do it because otherwise, my brothers and sisters that don't know who they are ain't gonna get the benefits they need to get.
It is a tool because they want to see how many black people gonna keep. They gonna numbers they gonna get so they can know the knowledge of the people. See the consciousness of the people. Oh, we still got this many of blacks. Okay, we got a little time.
It's like a thermometer.
Yeah,
like temperature. You're trying to see how hot it is. Right. So you can just dip that little old thermometer in there called the census.
Yeah.
We're gonna ride your ass for the next 10 years or whatever on the bullshit that you put down here that you said you were.
Yep.
Because that's what they're doing. If everybody just started automatically just scratching it out, and then check Moorish American National, right? If they got an other box in that bad boy, check other, and then write Moorish American National, okay? Because guess what? I define that. You don't.
You know what they'll do? You know how they'll play that? If we all did that, they'll start trying to slowly put the information as if it's just normal, like just go to normal.
No, you mean make a new tag. No, that's the reason why you proclaim your nationality. There ain't no tags to be made, okay? I'm just telling you, you can sit here and try to change whatever I put on there all you want to, okay? Because I did work for the census last term,
right.
Okay? And I remember that because I was actually a supervisor in that bad boy. And do you know what they told me? If you see it unchecked, check African American, okay? Because you've seen them, you know what they look like, really? But I can't. Now that's not right though, is it? Because I can't determine what that person's nationality is.
Right.
They have to tell me that,
right?
That's why I'm making a correction on the form, because I don't want you coming over here thinking, oh yeah, you know, he was an African American, etc., whatever you want to do with that. No, what we're gonna do is put on there who we are, right? And you know what? I might even get cocky and put the whole definition down there, right? Because you don't have it. And it's a form that you sat there and gave me, right? If I really wanted to be a dick, I would write an affidavit, right? And wait for them to come and ring my doorbell.
I'm finna see if you can attach
that affidavit to the form.
I'm finna see if you can attach an affidavit to that.
No, ain't no finna see. We the Moorish American Nationals. That treaty gives us what? Is our will to the land. Now ain't it? Okay, so that means you a foreigner. You're not about to tell me what the hell I can do or not do on the form. Because it's mine. Okay? You printed it on my land. Okay?
It's my paper.
You done went to my bathroom, snatched some toilet paper, and gonna tell me how the hell I'm gonna use the toilet paper. You got out my bathroom. No.
Wipe this button.
Yeah, no, right. That's not how that's gonna work. That's not how that's gonna work. You know what I mean? And I mean, the thing is stapling the affidavit, I know that would just make them be like, what the hell is this dude doing? But ignorance of the law is no excuse. Take us to write an affidavit, staple it to that bad boy. Okay, take a picture of it, keep it for your records. So then that way when they start talking about the census again, you can go, now bring up my record again. Because I know what mine look like.
Right.
You can't say that's not acceptable because now you breaking your own damn law.
See, when you get them principles, when you know about your nationality and stuff like that, now we can use they tools against them. They looking like I was thinking about going, like, you know, I'm crazy. You know, I go on them, you know.
Yeah, I don't give a.
Hey,
you know,
I was thinking about what they real ID. I was going to get the name changed and have my appellation in that thing.
Let me tell you, I ain't even worried about their real ID. What I want is for every every single one of us that has came from a Moorish start date, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I want you to look it up. If we all go and abide by our own rules, which were set up by our ancestors, which these people did a duplicate of, slapped up and then put it in their name. If we just go back, use our own name, appellation, because we don't even have names.
Right.
Right? If we go up in there and do straight law, that's straight truth, now we getting rid of the hypothecation. So now it's going to be what we say. Because this is the point. Half of the time, you trying to get from one state to one state. Am I right? The other half of the time, you might want to go, I want to go to Jamaica. I want to go, let me see. I'm going to South America because I heard they got some damn sugar cane that's like off the fucking chain, but I really know it's really Jamaica.
Scared of trouble.
Right. You sitting up here using all these different corporate terms, which weren't even the actual names of the landmass that you own, because you still keep thinking that, oh, I'm in America. So basically, you still inside that box. Like, you don't even realize what you did to yourself already, right? So where are we right now? Where are we at? Where we at?
What you mean?
If I know that we in the Chicago territory, right?
Right. Mecca.
Right, which would actually be Chicago. But if we just said we're in Chicago, but Chicago where? Like, where's the whole landmass? What would we call this whole landmass? What is the name of the landmass?
It's a lot of names we can call it.
No. I'm not talking about that. See, that's the problem. It's a lot of names that we could call or whatever, but that's like, in the street, right? So somebody might know you from when you was a shorty, and then they gonna give you your X-Rail, right?
Right.
But then also, depending on where you was at, you might have had your Boondocks, right? Okay. Then somebody else knew you as T-Bone, right? Before then, and then before then, when you was in high school, you was like, whatever, right? So you can have all these different names, but does that mean that just was those names real? Right? You just answered to it at the time. Let's talk about your original. What is the name of the landmass that we're at right now? Like, when we're not this space, but the whole entire estate. What is it?
The Maghreb.
Right. And what is it? Is because it's El Maghrib Al-Aqsa. Right.
Right.
But what is with that?
I don't understand where you're going.
Morocco, El Maghrib Al-Aqsa. Okay, that's where we're at. That's the land. That's our estate, right? So that goes from Canada, the United States, South America, and the adjoining islands, right? So that's Puerto Rico, Jamaica,
Guam,
Haiti, Dominican Republic, right? All of that's the same. So this real ID that you want right now, if you go put your name on your appellation on that ID, then that means you don't know where you at. And that's where they've been tricking everybody this whole time.
No, I was just messing with you with that one.
Oh, I know you were, but I'm just this
if I was to do it, it wouldn't be the real ID, because that's where they trying to make you the straw man. It would just be for commerce to get Moorish bank accounts and work out the trust and all that type of stuff.
Right, but that's where we get to my appeal. Is let's stand on our own stuff, because at the end of the day, even when we're looking at getting a bank account, well, the last couple of days they've been kind of not.
Yeah.
So
speaking of bank accounts, that might have been the wrong.
What you signing up for?
That might have been the wrong
analogy.
Now working out the trust, that's what everybody need to be putting everything in trust. I did say that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, banks is broke.
Right.
I don't even want to get. That's a whole nother hour. You know what I'm saying? We get into the global economic recession that's gonna come, and that's why everybody need to have they say 3 months worth of food, water, supplies. I'm about to get as much as I can get.
Right.
And
keep your seeds and plant your seeds. Go back to the old school way. That way you have some food.
Yeah, I just was watching something about planting it.
Yeah, no, because motherfuckers will be like, oh, I'm gonna make something, cut up the bell pepper, all this other shit. And then what they do with the seeds? Throw it over. Then when you ain't got nothing, I don't even know where to get the seeds from. Oh my God, I'm just gonna eat some bell pepper tonight. And you ain't thinking about it.
Ain't nobody taught us how to grow nothing, man.
Bro, it ain't that damn hard. Like, I'm telling you, when squirrels run around, they the ones that's planting the trees for us, right? Because they forget where they left their fucking nuts. Okay? So it is what it is. You just put it in the ground, add water. The sun and everything else take care of the rest. But my main point about that real ID is really, you got to think about it. If when you proclaim your nationality, you then have removed yourself out of that jurisdiction, no? Because you had the right to travel, am I right?
Right.
Okay, so when we're talking about right to travel, did you just limit your right to travel in the own little state that you in? Or is it the right to travel around your whole ancestral estate?
Now, this is my thing. And so we already know what rights we have. But as far as I'm seeing it, it's only certain people that appear to be exercising those rights. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, we suffering basically similar or same slavery, like all the undesirable. We just ain't getting, you know what I'm saying, the abuse and because we ain't putting ourselves in them positions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like with my situation, you was going to court with, you know, everybody was going to court, everybody seen what was going on with me.
Right.
I'm talking about, I basically whooped the prosecutor. They tried to intimidate me about going up against this prosecutor, but I basically whooped everybody that they seen the case was this big for something they consider petty. It went on for 6 months, and we ended up getting, you know, all that got resolved. You know what I'm saying? It ended up being like how it's supposed to have been in the first place.
Right.
Stuff got dismissed. So I done seen putting facts on the record and they still deny it. I done seen going to court and having 2 judges. Now, where they do that at?
Right.
He was there. They had 2 judges. They did a 20-second timeout before they called me up there.
I thought he was in training. I didn't know what was going on.
He old as hell.
Yeah,
He 85 years old in training.
You look too old to be in training.
And I looked him up. He been on so many years.
And they stopped. Nobody had to stop and go run in the back and whatnot. Let's. As
I said, they did a 20-second timeout before they called me. Like what? Like I done been in the trenches where you got all the right. That's why I did a live one time and I showed Neo. You know what I'm saying? In the Matrix where he was shooting doing the gun shootout, and he was ducking, and that's how it was in the courtroom. Because to the people that was in the courtroom, they looking like when it was my turn to sit down, and they was like, "We'll call you back up." They was convinced. It was a man putting his hand on my shoulder, like, "Man, brother, I'm gonna try and channel your energy and this, that, and the other." Yeah, cause I was up there hitting them with 1s, 2s, and combos. You know what I'm saying? But the judge just was violating everything. So I done been in that position to where they really forcing you into commerce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm stuck into commerce, it's like, how can I make the best of that situation? So that's the only reason why I be looking into different ways into changing the status of the straw man, or trying to make it to where it's easier to operate.
See, but this is my thing, is every one of us, proclaim or not, is going through some adversity in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whether we want to show it or not, whether we want to admit it or not, whether you're sitting over here fighting somebody behind something, but you know why that is? Because we don't have the unity that we supposed to have.
I was just finna say.
If it was everybody stood up and said that, if everybody that looked like you in that damn courtroom knew what you knew, it would not have been as easy for them to go over there and play some stuff to the side. Do you see? So we all gotta, it's an appeal for us to get into, I don't want to make up no new stuff.
Right.
Right? That's not gonna do me any good. That stuff ain't, but I know that our ancestors, what they said, that worked. They was running the world with it for years. Right? So let's go back to that. Okay? Our ancestors predate the Albion.
We need that unity though. That's like,
so we gotta come together. Right? So if we all say, again, going back to that census example, right? If we all said we were going to strike this out and put this stuff on here or do whatever it was, then that's us showing in unity. Now I guess we're going to have to put this category on here because we had over 20,000 people.
They're going to have to start acknowledging.
2 million people that said, you know, so now, yeah, you're going to have to understand. We here, we awake, and we know that this is our estate. So you know what's next. Get out. But here's the thing that I'm talking about, though. I'm saying this. With the Real ID Act, I'm not about to ask you if this is my whole vast estate, right? I'm going to look at this as, let's just say it's a mansion, Okay, I'm in the left wing of my beautiful mansion, and I decided that I was gonna go over to the other end, the right wing, right? Why do I need to stop and have somebody and prove to somebody why I'm going to the other side of my house?
Right.
When I proclaimed
No.
and said I was part and parcel of this.
This what you need to understand with the Real ID Act. This is why I said that some of their stuff can work against them. It all depends on who you are and how you feel about it. Because some people gonna look at this and be like, well, hell no, because that, and it is. It's operating in commerce. That is the straw man. So you have some Moors, like maybe Temple Moors. They got their name changed. They straw man is got that is changed. You know what I'm saying? It got the L on it or the Bay on it.
Then they went registered and shit. Mm-hmm.
Right. So they got that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that applies for them. Now, if you ain't in the temple, that don't really apply to you because your straw man still got the same, you know what I'm saying, the same joint.
Yeah, but you still can correct your status and get yourself in the right and your proper person. So then that way, everything that does apply to you applies to you, and what doesn't.
And you can, and that's why I say it. See, the whole thing about the Real ID, they trying to make you the straw man.
Mm-hmm.
They tie your DNA to the straw man. So in a way, if you like say one of the Temple Moors, they got the L of the Bay. Maybe that'll work for them because the L is still an L of the Bay on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, they get the tax exempt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
right.
it's just how you maneuver. Now, 9 times out, like right now, it really don't even matter. If you look at what we was talking about earlier about the economic crash, like this shit over with anyway. So it don't even, like, we operate in commerce to the best of our ability right now just to get what we need to prepare for what's finna come.
Right, living within contract.
So it ain't like a long term, we trying to do that, no.
Mm-hmm.
We just operating to get what we need for what's to come. That dollar finna crash. Well, it's already crashed. That's why they dumping them billions of dollars into the system right now, doing them repos every night.
But the thing that everybody has to understand is when it gets to the definition of the government is the people, that's us. Okay? The moment that they're in breach of a contract, it's terminated. You don't have to ask them for permission or anything anymore. You have to know and read for yourself to see the contract that is put in place and how it has been violated, because you're the main reason why it's violated.
The only thing stopping us is people ain't studying so they can get on the conscious level so we can all, because once we all know, we can just quit their system.
That's my point.
We can just quit. Fuck y'all system. Point.
Right.
We can make our own current, trade, go back to the merchant days.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And be just fine.
And be just like how the Zodiac Constitution said. Until y'all follow the Zodiac Constitution, we ain't doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. Because we don't have to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What they gonna say? Now hold up. Before we keep going, let me read, because we didn't get past the caveat.
Oh, yeah, we gotta get
Let me read the rest. It's only 2 more paragraphs. But pay attention, like go read this, because it's telling you about who the Moors is and who the traders is. So these are the last 2 paragraphs. A few feet below is another road where schemes work, where traders grin and cobras bask in the sun. They think they are on the same road with true Moors, but the Moors are high above on a pinnacle where they might view the destructionists as they fall for the last time, and their bones bleach in the sundry midday sun. Hungry scavengers fly high, catch scent, devour, and leave crying out, Caviat Emptor, cast out the dead carcass. The Moors high above see these plotters, purveyors, the worst that exists, hurl themselves downward by their own works as the hawks wait. And I can bear witness to that, because a lot of these Moors that be doing this type of stuff, you know what I'm saying, schemey type of stuff, be taking me for granted because I only been studying like about 8 months. So they try and give me the old woo out the bam. Like one of them, Grand Sheik, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say who it is, but he told me that the Act of 1871 created the new organic constitution. I say, what? I quote a divine warning on it. Since the Constitution never been changed, there's no need for the 14th, 15th Amendment. He was stuck. He kept trying to change the subject. But brother, this is your government, and he riding with the corporation. He telling me they valid, and I'm like, bro, they ain't valid. They a damn corporation. They ain't even real. Every government is a corporation, and this, I'm like, man. And this somebody I know that y'all probably know what I'm talking about, but see, I'm just gonna put the facts out there, and if you do the research, you'll be able to know. This is what Caviat Emptor talking about. Buyer beware. If you know the principles, you'll be able to see who doing what.
It's basically, it's flat out telling you what time it is, but then at the end of the day, you still have to study. You got to read, and the comprehension piece. That's not because you know, oh, I went to school and I retained whatever information, so now I know I can comprehend whatever fucking this. Because my teacher, Miss Appletree, told me, it's not about that, right? It's about being able to look, have the ability to discern whether you really know what it is that you're reading. If you gotta stop at every word and look at look the word up or whatever until you get it, then you need to do it. Because guess what? It's gonna stick. And so then your Caviat Emptor, you'll know what you're looking at to determine whether it's the right thing or not anyway, because you can put it in a juxtaposition with the principles.
So already you supposed to, after reading this, see this people that's analytical, they gonna be breaking it down like, okay, so after I read this, I already know it's protocol. It's damn near everybody's suspect until you know what I'm saying, prove until, like, I'm looking for that one glitch in the matrix. As soon as you come with this bullshit,
I already know.
I'm finna scimitar justice. Know what I'm saying? So it's telling you a few feet, but it's telling you about the road. Look. In which paragraph is this? In the third paragraph, it say, Prophet Noble Draw Lead knows the people within his ranks who are interested. They are the vanguard of the movement as the Moorish hordes increasing in America. All the Moors are active, not passive. A member's interest can only be in one direction, and having traveled over the road years before, the road. So we got a road we on. The Prophet knows where every member is along the road. A few feet below is another road. So you got two roads right here. But you ain't gonna know because people is charismatic. People is, they like them. You know what I'm saying? You gonna like some of these people. Some of these people, right?
Watching TV talking about now you like Mr. Huxtable, so you think this is the Moorish Mr. Huxtable.
Man,
you like, ooh.
Yeah, some of these people done gave you a remedy or something.
They're the best actors in the world. They can, they acting in Michael Jordan acting.
Man, then you gonna see that one glitch, and it's gonna be like, man, how? How? You know what I'm saying? How you don't see this?
Yeah, and once they glitch, they burn out. You can't. When you start hearing that,
then they gonna get silent and it's over with.
Okay.
They gonna ghost.
Yeah, no, then they just start yelling at you. Like, you're not going on the way to prophet, you didn't get him here. It's like,
man, bro, I was on the phone with the man. He yelling, he trying to overtalk. I'm like, bro, that don't mean nothing. You can't get over the Act of 1871. They did that. They took over. You know what I'm saying? They made it a democracy. It's a democratic republic. What?
Yeah. No. You can't do that. But see, the thing is we gotta start making up all these dang governments too. Let me tell you, because it is 2 of them on the land, but it ain't 10. Okay, you can't just get up and wake up and say, you know what, today I'm Choctaw, whatever. Just no, it don't work that way. We gotta get out of that avatar mentality and be yourself. Okay, you'll find out who you are. Don't worry about that. But just walk down the path, being true by shedding all that BS. This is insane.
But the main point out of all this is read.
Yeah.
The same like Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that the first message he got from that angel, Iqra, read. This what we saying, read, inspect, you know what I'm saying, scrutinize.
Right.
Be mindful because
before
these people,
you buy it,
man,
don't walk off. Like, don't drive off with that.
Buy it, be well.
Okay? Now you getting over there. Oh, this smells sweet. Is that a citrus air freshener they got in this car? No, it's a fucking lemon.
Be well what you buying into.
But you need to know and research what it is that you're doing. And the Prophet laid out everything for you to research.
Like right now, what's going on right now for a buyer to be well? like you get all different type of Moors with different messages out here, right? Like Taj, that's who we will be associated with. He basically trying to reach people, and he telling about the history of what done happened as far as unum sanctum, and how slavery is still going on today, and how they trying to increase what they plan. Then you got other people out here that's talking about us. You know what I'm saying? Or meaning the Moorish American Council, or talking about Taj, or somebody over here. Then you got other Moors over here that's talking about financial stuff, like repossessing and gaining free stuff, and this, like all the time. The dollar done crashed, they dumping billions. You know what I'm saying? So it's only so long before like them things gonna be worth something. So you need to be getting ready now.
It already lost 96% of its power since its inception.
And that was 2 years ago.
$1 is now the equivalent of 4 cents. And you wondering why it cost you so much more.
That was 2 years ago before we did all these liens.
No, but think about it though. When my grandfather was around, right? He was talking about when he was a shorty, he could buy bread for a nickel. How much you pay for bread?
Man, I ain't went bought no bread.
I bet you it's $3 fucking. I'm gonna tell
$3 for some bread.
Some goddamn bread. It's gonna be $3.
Don't turn me into Chris Rock rap. $3.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's your proof of the pudding right there. Okay, if you look and just go Google old news ads, you'll see that Levi's jeans, 25 cents.
Right.
How much you pay for Levi's jeans now?
Right.
And we talking about $50, and that's at like J.C. Penney or some shit. It's like at the low end place. That ain't like if you went to them directly. So that's all the inflation, and that's everything what that stuff is about. But we just kind of ignore it because this is they just went up on them joints. We're not looking. We're not paying attention.
So you see, like. See, now we going into other stuff, because now it's like I'm thinking how far behind the 8 ball. We still trying to convince people of their nationality. Then we still trying to convince Moors to read, you know what I'm saying, and enforce the Constitution, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but here's the thing. We trying to get them to enforce the Constitution that they bound by. That's what I would know. No, not, look. I feel you, Constitution for the United States. I totally understand what all that's about. Let's just look at the basics with results, okay? If you got AA222141 on your Moorish American ID card, right?
Right.
When you go to the store and you say I'm tax non-obligatory, right? Like Family Dollar, that's my favorite one.
On the real.
I mean? Like I ain't tripping. Like I go to the dollar store because I ain't trying to give them all my fiat, right? That's my movement. So anyway, you give them the deal, and like they don't even know what the hell you're doing. They have no idea. That's the reason why it's the funniest, because they're like, I ain't never seen this. I'm like, well, that card got everything to do with you and everybody in this damn line, but y'all want to sit up here and be stupid. You can be stupid then. It don't matter. So she like, well, what I'm supposed to do? So she goes and calls the supervisor over there. Okay, tell him, oh yeah, just punch that in. You can do this yourself. You didn't need me for that, right? So then she goes in and punches in 222141. Boop, there go my taxes.
Right.
They gone, right? So look.
She ain't ask you what they call it. They always ask me, what do you call it?
Yeah, what is this? What you? No, you know what? No, I tell them we're government. I don't give a shit, because we are the people of the government. So I can tell you that when you ask me who I am, I'm the government, and this is my damn Moorish ID that shows you who I am, right? And you put it in your computer, it went off. The taxes went off because I'm tax non-obligatory. Because they know more about me than I knew about myself. Right. Because I didn't realize that that's my Constitution that I'm bound by. That's why it worked. Okay. So that's my whole point. Like if you run around here and stand on the Zodiac Constitution when you're trying to get a fucking bag of chips, right? But then when you up in law or you up in the shape, your ass act like the Zodiac Constitution didn't even exist. You running there with the motherfucking Constitution for the United States and the treaty, right? Knowing how people did everything around the number with 3, 9, right? That means you need 3 things. That means you need the treaty. You need your Constitution because you're not part of their Constitution. Right? Then you bring their Constitution. When you put them 3 things together, times that times 3, what number you got?
9.
What's the number 9 in the Zodiac Constitution state? What does it say in the Zodiac Constitution about the number 9?
Woman.
No, it's related to the letter I, And that letter I is related to the great I am.
Right,
that's why I just told your ass who I was when I got buying these bag of chips, bitch. I shouldn't even be paying for them, but you damn sure not going to charge me no taxes. And I'm going to show you why, because my Constitution is already referenced in the card that I handed you.
Your ass going to go viral going on somebody like that.
I'm just trying to tell you, look, I don't care. At the end of the day, what they tell you if you in a shape. They tell you ignorance of the law is no excuse. So yeah, you can go ham sandwich on them, bro.
But yeah.
I would probably refrain from some of my language, but you can tell me.
Yeah, you ain't got to go that hard. But you definitely need to know that it's better. It's more than just getting tax exempt at Family Dollar, because that is one of the things I was using in court. Like, they were denying everything, but I definitely had a chance to fight. They did something called a motion in limine, trying to strike everything I had on the record. So we up there for like 20 minutes going back and forth. But really it was me bludgeoning the prosecutor, because he couldn't speak on the stuff had. I'm talking all about our government and all about how they violate my religious freedom. I'm using the Zodiac Constitution showing I'm not from their nation. And even though they honored it, but they didn't. On the record, they didn't honor it. Results wise, I ain't got no fines. 4 tickets gone, 2 cases gone. Ain't in jail for 2 years. Was on parole when the straw man was on parole when it, like, you know what I'm saying? So can it did. They respect it, I guess. I guess that I'll say it like that. They respect it. Maybe they ain't want that in their system. They ain't want that red pill in their system like that.
No, the thing is I think the red pill was in there, but what they did was they tried to hurry up and skip over it like they didn't see it, right? Because I'm thinking, like, because I was there with you. And the thing is every time you threw something, you threw a monkey wrench in, and they, oh shit, oh, we need to reset. I can't do it. Oh, I can't handle it. Oh, and then we break. We kind of, all right, let's look at this thing again. You know what I mean?
Right.
We try whatever. But now that I paid a little bit more attention to the Zodiac Constitution, especially when it comes to like Article 6 and Article 7. But then Article 7 got a way in there for you to handle them. And I'm thinking that if we had looked at it, examined that a little bit harder, and then used the presentment of that a little bit different, then they wouldn't have had no other choice but to break down then when you threw it.
And I said that me and you, we need to do a video on all the things I did wrong through the whole process, just going through everything I did wrong and how it could have been, because now I could just detail, you know what I'm saying?
But here, don't get it twisted. We can make a motherfucking mistake.
No, you see the result with everything I did wrong. You see the results.
That's my whole point. Because the thing is the fact that you stood, right? So that means you wasn't standing up there by yourself. You had Allah and your peers behind you when you went in there, and you probably didn't even know when your first day that it was gonna go down like that.
No, I didn't even know them when I first caught that. Like, that's another story though. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna have to go into the Zodiac Constitution, because that's the first part on that Declaration, Proclamation of Nationality. That's the first part on there. But it seems like Moors, I'm not talking about Temple Moors, because they going by what they going by. I'm talking about us. They use
the live natural being.
Right, AA 222141. That's not saying that that's unlawful and all that crap. I'm talking about us. We act like, to me, sometimes like we don't know our rights according to that Constitution. And I ain't finna go into everything right now. That's why I say we can go into it on the next one.
Yeah, that's good. Because that Moorish Zodiac Constitution is the only universal, unchanged moral law for the human family, for unity, human equality, respect, peace, economic and social progress. It's up there with the Treaty of Morocco, where we stand, which is Morocco, El Maghrib Al Aqsa, right? So this is all this is our Constitution, and you got to know it, because if you're a Moor, whether you know it or not, you still bound by this Constitution, because this Constitution got attached to you when you came out of your mother's womb. Period. Is where you're supposed to be. And if you ignore this, then they're going to take you back to the divine warning, and that's where if you're not honoring your own constitution and you're trying to jump under somebody else's, the people can treat you any way they want to. And so that's why everybody getting treated right now. So it's real smart that you going ahead and start taking a look into that the Zodiac Constitution, AA 222141, because it's not just a tax exempt code that was set up by the state.
So, and it's another piece to the puzzle that's gonna help you see through the conjecture that's out here. 'Cause it's a lot of noise out here in social media and wherever you at as far as the Moorish community. You need this so you can be able to fight back against that garbage. Because if you don't throw them facts, like the Holy Quran in Mecca got ayah to say truth will knock the brains out of falsehood. You gotta, meaning falsehood got brains too. They got tricks. You see the Caviat Emptor say they got schemes that work. So you gotta have some truth to make them rebut, make them prove it. Buyer beware, make them prove it. Who are they? Like, don't let nobody get you with the title. So we're gonna go over some more of your rights, you know, so you can have that to put on, you know. But what we can't give you, this is why man don't know about being told. What we can't give you is the fearlessness you need. What he just said Moors are. He can't give you we can't make you upright and fearless and independent and all that. We can't make you want the information. That's
but
not
the law,
you know,
can.
What'd you say?
If you know the law, you're gonna be upright. You're gonna be fearless. Because you know the law.
Man. I'm talking about once you know truth, like what
That's
you
right.
were saying, once you get to the point to where I know I might as well do what I'm here to do anyway, then it's gonna make more sense to you. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be on. Appreciate y'all checking us out. Hopefully y'all got something up out of that. We finna get up out the cave. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll do that.
Alright, peace. Islam.